name is Dr. Daniel Markmann. I'm a board-certified plastic surgeon here at Metamorphosis Plastic Surgery. So in my practice, my goal is to get to know all of our patients, where they're coming from, where they've been, what their goals are. So basically like to walk a mile in their shoes. Walk a mile in their shoes.
Hi, I'm Flora Santagata. I'm from West Virginia. I've been coming to see Dr. Markmann since 1996 after I had a nipple-sparing bilateral subcutaneous mastectomy. So at the time I was working at Bayview Hopkins, and I was speaking to fellow nurses, and they were saying there's a new guy just outside of Baltimore. His name is Dr. Markmann. Go see him. So I came to see Dr. Markmann, and I fell in love with him right away. He took time with me. He didn't push me in and push me out. He took the time. He wanted to know what I wanted. And at that point, all I wanted to be was normal. And it's taken a long time to get back to being normal, but I am normal. As of now, I look great.
Walking a mile in our patient's shoes is something that all of my clients do.
That having reconstruction for any woman that has had a mastectomy is a game changer. It's not that you have to let yourself go away and not be feminine. And I'm not doing it for somebody else. I wanted it for me. So when I came to Dr. Markmann, he listened to me and he knew what I wanted. There is no one else I would ever let touch me. He has done Botox. I've got Restylane. He cares about me, and that's the most important thing to me. Any woman that has had a mastectomy, I know is a choice, and you're just so thankful that you're saved and that you have not passed away and you got through this. You have to do it for yourself. It makes you whole again. The reason I did it is because I wanted it for me. Sure, you can buy the bras and put the implants, you know, the fake in, but you have to worry about them falling out, swimsuits, a lot of reasons not to. The reason to do it is for yourself. How you look at yourself when you look into a mirror. I pass by a mirror in my house now, and I take a quick look back and say, I'm back. And you can't put a price on how you feel when you walk by that mirror and you look back and say, girl, you're back.
My name is Scarlett Davis. I am a medical esthetician and makeup artist. I have been in this field for 17 years. The reason why I got into aesthetics is because I myself have suffered from acne my whole life. Ever since I turned 12, I was extremely embarrassed to step out into the world because of the way that my skin looked. And I'm still struggling every single day. Even at my older age right now, I am still living in that space where I'm working all the time trying to figure out what's best for me. My goal and my mission here is to help every person that has skin to come in and achieve the goals that they are looking for. I have people who come in all the time that either are suffering from acne from very young, 12 years old on up, to hyperpigmentation, meaning a lot of sun damage, a lot of aging, just a lot of different skin conditions. There are some situations where people feel really embarrassed to go out into the world and to talk to people, and I truly understand that. So when people come in to see me, I give them the hope that I can help. We can together just kind of formulate a plan on how we can help people. One of the biggest misconceptions is that when you go into a medical aesthetics office that we're going to do really harsh treatments and then just peel the skin right off. We're not going to do that. We're actually going to prep your skin. So I'm kind of like your trainer. So let's say, for example, if you were going to become a 500-pound lifter, you would not start lifting 500 pounds that first day. You would actually start small and work your way up. And that's my job. My job is when you come through the door, you tell me, I want to have beautiful glowing skin, and I'm going to look at the end result, but I'm going to figure out a way to get you there. My goal is to make sure that your skin is strong and can handle treatments as you go. Metamorphosis plastic surgery isn't just about plastic surgery. It's really about creating a whole new life for everybody, not just from skin to body to pretty much everything, really with the image that we carry. One thing that I have learned in all my years of working in this industry is that there are no ugly people. Just people who really just need a little help to bring out the beauty in each person.
And I just got a chemical peel, and I loved it. It's been a while since I had my face cleaned off, but it was great. You know, I had a lot of dead skin, and I wanted to exfoliate it off and have some of the skin removed that was just been beaten down by the sun. So I wanted to come in today and just get a nice chemical peel. Oh, and I also treated my mom today. I felt like, being the son I am, I wanted to do something nice for my mom. So I too got her a chemical peel, which she enjoyed and appreciated. My experience in Metamorphosis is always great, very professional. I'm always able to set my appointment when I need to get it done. When I arrive, my appointment's set. There's no wait time. The staff is very professional. It's not like a lot of other places where you can't even reach somebody when you call. So it's helpful to know that you're going to somewhere where you get professional atmosphere and great staff.
Walking a mile in our patient's shoes is something that all of my employees do. So we do consultations. We usually schedule patients for at least an hour for the initial consultation. Then we have them come back for a second consultation, which is also for another hour. So during that time, we like to discuss what their goals are, what their concerns are, and the different options we have as far as helping them through that. Yes, we try to get a good history as far as how long they've been having these issues, what concerns them, how it all started. Some people come in because somebody said something that really bothered them about their appearance, their figure, their face. So some people, that's the initial inciting event, and then we do what we can to try to correct it if it needs correction. And some people, they may just be a little overly sensitive about something like that, and that's not really something that needs to be corrected. It does. So some people come in here, and if we feel like we can't help them, we can't make them better safely and really make some improvement to what they're concerned about, then we'll sometimes turn them away or refer them to somebody else. I mean, everybody has different issues that bother them. Most people, they're very realistic about their issues, their concerns are legitimate. So just because it doesn't bother someone else doesn't mean that that person themselves shouldn't have concern about it. So we don't operate on patients to help make their husband happier, to make their girlfriend happier. We do it to make themselves happier. The most common thing I do by far is liposuction. So most people, liposuction is the #1 cosmetic procedure in the world. So it's the most commonly done procedure in the world. It's very safe. The results are permanent. So wherever the fat is removed from, it's gone forever. You don't make new fat cells. So liposuction, people come in and do facial things and liposuction. They do breast things and liposuction. They do tummy tucks and liposuction. So liposuction by far is the #1 thing we do. Walking a mile in our patient's shoes is something that all of my employees do.
My name's Amina James. I'm originally from Philadelphia. I moved here to Silver Spring, Maryland in January 2003. When I first met Dr. Markmann, it was in 2009. And the reason that I came to Dr. Markmann is because I wanted another consultation about having some work done, some plastic surgery, mainly lipo. I previously went to a doctor, and that's when, I guess, the Brazilian, as they call it, was kind of getting popular. So I went to this doctor, and he did this procedure. And I noticed a little bit, some results, but not really a whole lot of results. So one day, I was still looking to maybe go to another doctor. So I was in CVS one day, and there was this magazine, and in the back it has a ton of doctors, and I saw Dr. Markmann in there, and I saw that he was local, and I called and they said he was a free consultation. So I came in, had a conversation with him. We talked about the previous procedure that I had and talked about everything that he could do for me. And I thought about it, and he had excused himself out of the office. And I noticed that he had a plaque, or not a plaque, but one of his degrees was on the wall. And it said Thomas Jefferson University, which is in Philadelphia. When he came back in, I said, "Oh, I see you went to school in Philly." And he was like, "Well, yeah, I'm from there." And I'm like, "Really?" He said, "Yeah, right outside." I was like, "Oh, you're hired. Done." It was a wrap. So we talked about it, and I told him I still had to think about it because it was really, really expensive, all the things that, that he wanted to do or said he could do for me. But he actually said, "You know what, I'm going to give you a break." And he said, because I really, really want to fix what he didn't do, what the previous doctor didn't do. And I said, "Really?" He said, "Oh, yeah, I really want to do that." He said, "So, we talked about the price," and he said, "Let me know." And I was like, "Where's my credit card?" So from that point on, we did. And I was a little, I was a little different back then. I was a little bit thinner back then. So, but the work he did was awesome. Like, it was funny. So when I didn't tell my family what I was doing. So when I went back home for, I think it was Thanksgiving, and I was talking to my cousins, and they're like they're like 12 years younger than me. And my one cousin said, "Did you have some work done?" And I said, "No." I said, "Well," she said, "You sure? Did you get your boobs done?" And I said, "No." And she was like, "Are you sure you didn't get your boobs done?" I was like, "No, I didn't get that done." So I still never said what I did, but later on down the line I told them. But that's how awesome it was. And even when I finally went back to work, people were like, "What did you do?" Because I didn't tell them. So they were like, "What did you?" Of course, I still didn't tell. I told some. But my girlfriends, everyone was like, "Oh my God." I believe that Dr. Markmann wanted to walk a mile in my shoes, experience what I was experiencing or what I was going to experience in my journey of renewal, is what I call it, discovering me and becoming a brand new person. I totally believe that about Dr. Markmann, because I believe he takes a personal attachment to all of his patients, because it shows. He always greets you with a smile, and he empathizes with you, and he's very concerned. I definitely, he's very concerned, because one of the main questions that he asks is, "Why do you want to do the surgery?" And then he'll go from there. If he thinks that you're doing it for other reasons, he'll even speak about that and why he thinks that's not necessarily a good thing, if it's not a good thing. Because he said you shouldn't be doing this for someone else. You should be doing it for you. Like I said, pretty much, and that was a conversation we had back in 2009 when I had my surgery.
Walking a mile in our patient's shoes is something that all of my employees do.
Hi, my name's Brittany Wilson. I'm the nurse practitioner at Metamorphosis Plastic Surgery. I run Dr. Markmann's medical spa primarily, but I also help him on the plastic surgery side as well. What I do mostly is the minimally invasive part of his practice and the medical spa. So that includes injectables. A lot of people know that as Botox, which is really neurotoxins. Dermal fillers, which is kind of the injectable sides. Then we also have a lot of lasers. Every laser you can think of, Dr. Markmann likes the best ones. And then I also help a lot of patients with just regular skincare treatments. So a lot of patients come in for, say, hyperpigmentation or skin laxity. Every, I think, 30-year-old comes in and says, "I feel like I'm aging." So I help them with the simple skincare needs, as well as some women that have aged a little bit quicker, and I can help them as well. So something that I'm really passionate about is listening to my patients. And a lot of my patients have actually told me that I am one of the first practitioners that they've come to that actually will listen to what their needs are and also kind of what their story is. I don't feel like I can treat a patient properly until I've walked a mile in their shoes.
Walking a mile in our patient's shoes is something that all of my employees do.
Sometimes I've noticed patients come in and they think there's Instagram, there's social media, there's all these things that show patients everything about aesthetics. So they come in and they say, hey, I want filler here. I've actually had patients tell me exactly how much where and how. And I listen to them, and I really do have an open mind of like, why exactly are they asking for it there? Because typically we may not do it there, or it's an old way to inject. So listening to one of the prime examples is a lot of people, their smile lines bother them. So as we age, we lose a lot of volume in our face. There's like cancer patients that lose a lot of volume, obese patients that lose a lot of weight, that lose a lot of volume, and you get the smile lines. So once I talk to them and figure out, okay, this is bothering you so much, but what really happened is you lost a lot of volume up in your mid face. So, for example, we would give you a little bit more cheeks or dermal filler in the correct area. I really, really believe listening to the patient, getting the proper diagnosis, or see exactly why they need it, and then treating it properly is so important in aesthetics. It's safety and there are some patients that come in and I think for whatever reason, social media, norms, social norms, everything, they think they need a certain procedure. And so they'll tell me exactly what they need. And they'll say, I need the lip flip or the little Botox here to help with it's called Nefertiti lift. And I kind of pry a little bit of like why they want it, because I don't really see what they see. And after talking to them, really getting a good history, I don't think that they need the procedure, and I see that it may be more of something in the past, that something happened where they psychologically think that this is going to fix it. So at that point, I actually will turn quite a few patients away, which isn't maybe great for business, but I really think that treating a patient properly is so important. And we're doing these injectables, and it's some of it is permanent, and you want that person to be 100% sure that that's going to solve the issue that they came in for.
So I saw Brittany here and I got filler in my jawline and in my chin. It's bothered me, my side profile, probably since I was about 16. I'm 32 now. I went and saw a plastic surgeon when I was 16. I was told that I would need a chin implant to balance out my face. And I didn't really understand balancing out the face and the importance of that. So I just continued on. I was always really self-conscious about my side profile and people getting pictures of me from the side. I thought that, maybe getting a nose job would help. So I saw another plastic surgeon, same thing, do the nose. Also, again, get a chin implant. And I was just really unhappy. Brittany became highly recommended to me, and I saw on her Instagram how great her work is. When I came in to see her, I, had high expectations about her work, but low expectations for myself because I just didn't think it was possible that my life could be changed with filler. I thought for sure I was going to be a surgical candidate again, and it's just not something that I wanted to do. So we did 3 syringes, 2 in the jawline, 1 in the chin. Immediately I noticed a difference. I was just thrilled. You know, I saw 2 plastic surgeons. They both said I needed to go under the knife, and all along I didn't. She made that happen for me, so. You know, what was bothering me about my face when I would see other plastic surgeons or people about aesthetics, they would bring up something else about my face. And it was important to me that she addressed the issue that bothered me and, you know, made me feel like she could make me feel beautiful, and by addressing that issue, and that I would still like myself and like my face without changing other things.
My hope for the show is that the show is going to make plastic surgery more real for patients again. I think the TV shows Botched are great for entertainment's sake, but I think they've also kind of given the whole field of plastic surgery a bad name. There are definitely bad jobs out there, and I talk to all my patients about the difference between a cosmetic surgeon and a plastic surgeon, and many of the poor jobs that I see, the botched jobs that I see, are from cosmetic surgeons. So I want to make this show more about the patients, why they're here, what brings them in, as well as how it's affected their lives afterwards. Walk a mile on their shoes.